FIFA Club World Cup time is almost upon us. We're looking at group by group, 32 teams, continents around the world, and Group C has some historical giants of international club football coming together this June. Bayern Munich, one of Europe's most dominant clubs, boasting multiple UEFA Champions League titles and serial German Bundesliga winning success. Benfica, with their strong European pedigree, known for developing top talents throughout their excellent youth development system. Boca Juniors, South American powerhouse, Copa Libertadores, 6-time winners, as well as Auckland City, the most successful club in Oceania and a regular in this tournament. Let's meet the teams. FC Bayern Munich, or Bayern München, founded back in 1900, are Germany's most successful football club and a global powerhouse in the sport. Established by 11 players originally, which was led by Franz John, Bayern quickly rose to prominence in their history, securing their first national championship in 1932. The golden era for them began in the 70s under the leadership of Franz Beckenbauer, Gerd Müller and Sepp Maier. They won 3 consecutive European Cups between 1974 and 1976. Domestically, Bayern have dominated German football, amassing a record 34 Bundesliga titles and 20 DFB Pokal victories. Internationally, they've clinched 6 UEFA Champions League titles, with their most recent triumph in 2020. That same year, Bayern achieved a historic 6-2 pull, winning all 6 major trophies available within a calendar year. And they have won this Club World Cup tournament in its previous format in both occasions that they competed in, back in 2013 and 2020. They qualify as the best ranked eligible team in the UEFA 4-year ranking. Bayern's season was a mix of domestic dominance and some disappointment in Europe, but their Bundesliga triumph ensured another successful year. They successfully wrestled back their German league title from rivals Bayer Leverkusen, finishing on 82 points, 13 points clear of their nearest rivals. They reached the quarter-finals of the Champions League. It shows they remain among the top contenders, and this was the first time that they'd faced a new format of the competition. They had a close 2-legged tie with Inter Milan, but ultimately Inter won through 4-3 on aggregate, knocking out Bayern from this year's competition. So this season we saw a domestic reaction from Bayern after the shock of losing that 2024 Bundesliga title to Leverkusen. After years of dominance, they ended up coming third, in fact, behind Stuttgart as well. From a Bayern perspective, they will see that they've put that right, but they will want to compete closer in the Champions League, and I'm sure they would love to lift the Club World Cup for their history. So who are the big players to watch? Well, Bayern have plenty of them, but Harry Kane in 24-25 continued his exceptional form, scoring 26 goals in the Bundesliga and 11 in the UEFA Champions League, and he totaled 38 in all competitions. He maintains his exceptional almost a goal-a-game ratio. He won the Bundesliga Player of the Season award for the second consecutive season, as well as that coveted first league title and trophy, of course. Creative midfielder Jamal Musiala is expected back from an injury, which ruled him out for the back portion of the season. 12 goals from Musiala in the Bundesliga and 3 in Europe was a good return. His ability to navigate tight spaces and link up players made him a key feature in the attacking style of Bayern in recent years. Michael Olise, of course, transferred from Crystal Palace last year. He made his debut season and he did make an immediate impact for Bayern. Scoring 12 in the Bundesliga, 5 in the Champions League, he really has hit the ground running in Germany. Olise's vision and passing ability has added a new dimension to their attack, and one they'll be looking to see as a valuable asset in the Club World Cup. So manager Vincent Kompany took over at the helm of Bayern Munich, having left Burnley in 2024. His appointment following the search for a new manager after Thomas Tuchel's departure, and he signed a 3-year contract. So this was his inaugural season with the German Giants, and he achieved the objective of taking back the Bundesliga title from Leverkusen. His time at Burnley in the Premier League and Championship outlined as a coach that emphasises possession and wants high pressing with his teams. With Bayern, he approaches a 4-2-3-1, which is flexible, allows Bayern to shift formation during matches and showing their adaptability. Overall, his impact so far has been met with positivity after some initial concerns, with a key connection with his players and bringing a team together to achieve that Bundesliga title. He will hope that that lays the groundwork for more success with this Bayern team, maybe even this summer. So what are their chances? Well, they're an absolute European giant. They'll look to call upon that squad depth, the experience and the attacking quality. It makes them a serious threat. Now, they sit just behind Real Madrid and Manchester City in the overall betting, showing that they seem to be there or thereabouts. Of course, heavy favourites to win this group. They kick off with Auckland City, which will be a real tough encounter for their New Zealand opponents. If they top Group C, they'll likely face a Group D runner-up in the round of 16. It could be a potential clash with Chelsea or Flamengo. From there, who knows if Bayern can go deep into the tournament. Auckland City were only established back in 2024 and have emerged as Oceania's most successful football club. Based in Auckland, New Zealand, the club plays its home matches at the Kuiti Street and is affectionately known as the Navy Blues. Their dominance in the UFC Champions League is unparalleled with 13 titles, which includes a remarkable 7 in a row between 2011 and 2017. Despite operating as an amateur club, many players hold full-time jobs outside of football. Auckland City has consistently punched above its weight on the international stage. Under the guidance of head coach Albert Riera, a former player took over in 2021, the team continued to blend local talent with international experience. Now, manager change for this tournament, but 12 times now, Auckland have appeared in the FIFA Club World Cup, a regular fixture, and even finishing third back in the 2014 edition. With the best record in the UFC Champions League, they secured their return. The 2025 New Zealand National League sees Auckland City compete in the Northern section. They're currently sitting second in the table with 8 wins from 13, just a single point behind Birkenhead United in their battle for the title. Their competitors are really raising the bar. They've scored 10 more goals than Auckland as their domestic dominance is being challenged. In April, though, they were crowned again the OFC champions with their Champions League final win over Hikari United from Papua New Guinea. Last season, they made title number 10 with a 5-point gap to their closest challengers, Western Springs. They'll need all of their best and some to give themselves a chance in the presence of some global powerhouses in Group C. So who are their players to watch? Well, returning to Auckland City in 2024, New Zealand international Maya Bevan made an immediate impact on his return, scoring 7 goals in just 8 appearances. Prior experiences in Canada and South Africa, Bevan brings international pedigree. He does have a sharp eye for goal and is a key attacking threat. Striker Angus Kilcolly has been a consistent performer since joining in 2022, Kilcolly scoring 35 goals in 80 appearances for Auckland. His physical presence and finishing ability have been instrumental in the club's domestic and regional success. Goalkeeper Connor Tracy has been a stalwart between the posts, amassing 47 clean sheets in 97 appearances. And his performance was recognised with the Golden Glove Award in last season's Champions League, highlighting his importance to the team's defensive solidarity, and he will be needed, no doubt, this summer. The team, though, will be without head coach Paul Possa, with assistant coaches stepping up. Club legend Ivan Vicelic, who was part of the historic third-place finish in 2014, is helping guide the squad. Due to personal circumstances, Possa has not travelled with the team for the initial stages of the Club World Cup. This means coaching responsibilities will be shared between Vicelic, Daewit Kim and goalkeeping coach Jonas Hoffmann as they try to keep consistency in the team's preparation at least. They typically line up with a 4-3-3 formation to balance attack and defence. Their large underdog status, though, it's going to be crucial to maintain defensive discipline and try to attempt to hit teams on the counter-attack. So there is no doubt Auckland City do face an uphill battle against European and South American giants, but their experience and resilience could make them a trickier opponent than expected. Their best hope lies in being defensively solid, tactically disciplined, frustrating stronger teams, capitalising on moments, perhaps set pieces, to give themselves opportunities. While progression beyond the group stage would be a historic achievement, they'll need a monumental effort to pull off an upset against their upcoming opponents. Boca Juniors are one of the most iconic and successful football clubs in the world. They were founded in the working class neighbourhood of La Boca in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and the club quickly rose to become a powerhouse of South American football. They've won the Copa Libertadores 6 times, the most recent of those in 2007. They may well be best known for their fierce rivalry with River Plate, known as the Super Classico, and their passionate fan base that fills the legendary La Bombonera Stadium. Domestically, they've collected over 70 titles, which includes 35 Argentinian Primera Division titles. Known for producing world-class talents like Diego Maradona, Carlos Tevez, Juan Román Riquelme, amongst many, they're a club steeped in tradition. Now, Boca qualified as the second best ranked team eligible in the CONMEBOL 4-year ranking behind River Plate, making their return to the competition 18 years after their first appearance. Boca Juniors' 2025 season has been a bit of a roller coaster of highs and lows, marked by managerial changes, fluctuating performances, and some fervent fan reactions. Sat second currently in Zone A, however, form did pick up and they finished with 7 wins at home but just 3 away on their travels. They reached the playoff semi-final, and after defeating Lanús in a penalty shootout in the quarter-final, they then suffered elimination by Independiente with a narrow 1-0 loss at the La Bombonera. In the Copa Libertadores, Boca suffered a historic elimination in the second qualifying round against Alianza Lima. Despite a 2-1 home win, Boca lost in the penalty shootout in the reverse, marking the first time in 59 years that Alianza Lima defeated them in Buenos Aires. So, big players for them? Well, 38-year-old Edinson Cavani remains a pivotal figure to Boca Juniors since joining the club in July 2023. He's become the club's 4th highest scoring Uruguayan in its history. His experience and leadership are invaluable, especially in high-stakes matches. Now, fellow Uruguayan Miguel Morenchiel at 29 has been a significant contributor to their attack. He also joined from Palmeiras in 2023. Nicknamed La Bestia, his physicality and work rate make him a constant threat, and he complements Cavani up top really well. Argentine midfielder / winger Kevin Zenon has quickly become a key player for Boca Juniors since his arrival in January 2024, attracting interest as well from European clubs. His creativity and pace add a dynamic element to their attack, and when he is found out wide, he has dribbling and crossing capabilities to trouble defences. The team is under the guidance of Miguel Angel Russo, who returned for his 3rd stint as manager in June. Russo previously led Boca to their last Copa Libertadores title in 2007, bringing a wealth of experience to the squad. He's renowned for his tactical acumen and ability to install discipline within his teams. He prefers a 4-2-3-1 formation and gives a fairly balanced approach. The 2 holding midfielders in his setup providing a shield for the backline, while the trio behind the striker tasked with creating scoring opportunities with fluid movement and quick passing. This is the approach that he did use when they won that Copa Libertadores in 2007. As the team prepares for the FIFA Club World Cup, his experience and leadership will be crucial in navigating the competition and striving for success. So, what are their chances? Boca Juniors, as they enter this Club World Cup, they want a challenge to fight their way out of Group C. Russo, of course, previously led Boca to the title in 2007, bringing that worth of experience that they're going to need, but that was a long time ago, and Boca will see themselves in a real kind of fight, probably with Benfica, with Bayern Munich expected to win the group. Now, Boca's odds to win the tournament stand at 40-1, reflecting their underdog status. Their rich history and experienced squad, though, could make them a challenging opponent, no doubt. A strong performance against Benfica will be absolutely pivotal for their chances of advancing to the knockout stages. Benfica are officially known as Sport Lisboa e Benfica, and as one of the most successful clubs in Portugal, they form part of the Big Three with Sporting and FC Porto. Nicknamed as Águias, which stands for the Eagles, Benfica hold a record 38 Primeira Liga titles and 26 Taça de Portugals. Domestically, they've long been a dominant force, known for their attacking style and their youth development. On the European stage, their golden era was in the early 1960s, back-to-back European Cup wins, led of course by one of world football icons, Eusebio. As they head into the Club World Cup, Benfica brings not just its history, but with exciting youth prospects that will want to enhance their legacy here. They were ranked as the 7th best eligible team from the UEFA 4-year ranking, making their debut in this year's competition. Their recent season began under head coach Roger Schmidt, but a series of underwhelming performances led to his replacement with the appointment of Bruno Lage in early September. The new manager galvanised the team, which culminated in a 2nd place finish in the Primeira Liga, narrowly missing out on the title to Sporting by just 2 points. In the UEFA Champions League, their journey ended at the last 16 stage, where they faced a formidable Barcelona side and were only eliminated by a narrow 1-0 defeat. Domestic cup competitions did provide fruit, however, for Benfica, as they won the Taça de Liga title, but were eventual runners-up in the Taça de Portugal. The season prior saw Benfica in 2nd place again with 80 points, again falling short of Sporting. Strong home form has been the key to their seasons with unbeaten runs, but it's generally felt that under Lage that this Benfica side is more astute than previous seasons. So the key players, Angel Di Maria, of course, he will see his farewell now for Benfica at the Club World Cup. He's due to return to Rosario Central at the conclusion of the tournament. Now 37, he has tremendous experience at the highest level, and he'll want to create some final memories before he says goodbye to the Benfica fans. Greek striker Vangelis Pavlidis emerged as the team's top goalscorer this season, netting 19 goals in the league and 29 across all competitions. He's the team's main goal threat, having signed from AZ Alkmaar, and he's a clinical finisher with smart movement in the box when he supports attacks that they can create for him. Turkish international Orkun Goku is the heartbeat of the Benfica midfield. His range of passing, tactical awareness and ability to control the tempo very important. As a box-to-box midfield, he plays a crucial role in the team's build-up play and can also contribute with key passes and goals for the team. So as we said, Bruno Lage returned to manage Benfica September 24 following the departure of Roger Schmidt. There was that disappointing start to the season, but Lager's reappointment was met with optimism given his previous successful tenure at the club in the 2018-19 season, where he led Benfica to the Primeira Liga title with an attacking and youth-focused approach. He's renowned for his tactical flexibility and emphasis on youth development, often adapting his formation to suit the strengths of his squad, and he's used various systems during his managerial career. Benfica has been known to employ a 4-4-1-1 formation, giving creative players freedom in attacking roles, and Benfica emphasise a fluid attacking play, they high press and they have quick transitions. Looking for overlapping fullbacks as well to create width, overloading the flanks, but they will need to be somewhat pragmatic as well if they want to progress through this competition. While Benfica are clearly not amongst the tournament favourites, their blend of experience and dynamic newcomer ability will make the strong contenders to get out of Group C. The key encounter is no doubt going to be that first one against Boca Juniors. They'll both be expected to battle it out for second spot alongside Bayern Munich. Tournaments can be funny though. They will need to be treading with tactical discipline and key players stepping up in critical moments to get out of the group. Do let me know in the comments as well, who do you think will qualify from Group C? So the schedule for Group C kicks off with Bayern Munich versus Auckland City. It seems the giant versus the underdog. Real tough one there for Auckland City. Before Boca Juniors and Benfica have a really close, interesting clash just a day later. June the 20th, and it's Benfica against Auckland City, and it is Bayern Munich against Boca Juniors as the group will really start to take shape. With the final matches on the 24th of June, Auckland versus Boca Juniors and Benfica versus Bayern Munich to determine who's going to get those all-important first two spots. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to be continuing with the previews going through before the tournament begins. Please give a subscribe and a like if you're enjoying the channel. That really sort of helps me push it forward and do more content. And for now, I'll catch you on the next one.